Hello there, this is Dave Motohead out at the ranch, and what I'm going to do today is I'm taking an A-arm off of a early model front end. Some guy needs the upper A-arm, and I'm going to pop the ball joints and all that stuff, so I'll show you what I'm going to do. Let me put on the hat cam. Oh. Okay, make sure the hat cam's on properly. Right there, what we've got is we've got us a early model front end, and we want to take this off right there, this upper A-arm. And so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the shock out. So let me grab a socket here. I wonder if it's a 9/16. Yep. So we'll just undo that shock real quick. There's our fine number 2. I haven't had a chance to get to that yet. The first thing I'm going to do is, boy, I bet you Rust Belt guys wish you could do that, huh? Just undo it down here too. Oh, that's a 1/2 inch. So I gotta find a 1/2 inch. Ozzy Osbourne. Yeah, the only thing we get out here at the ranch is rock and roll. That one just came right out. You guys wish you could do that. Probably a stock shock too. Here, we'll put our little pieces right here on that thing. So I'm going to knock that shock out of there. Grab a hammer slammer. I got a mess in here I need to clean up. Too much stuff. Here we go. So there we got our shock out of there. It's a... What is that? That's a Gabriel. It's a Gabriel pleasurizer. It's going to pleasurize somebody. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to stick my shock elimination safety tool in there that I made. I'll just slide that up inside there. You know what? It ain't going to fit, is it? There we go. There's a rubber piece in there. So slide this up in there. Let's see if I can find it. Come on, baby. Where are you? The reason I'm doing this is because when you pop that ball joint, it's going to go spring. It's going to make a bunch of noise and go blasting across there. We don't want our spring to come flying out. So I'm just going to snug that up a little bit like that. Leave it a little bit loose. And the next thing I'm going to do is pull these cotter pins out. I'm going to try to... I could have just unbolted it like that, but that won't get it off. I'll pull these cotter pins out of there. Old rusty crusty. Best if you straighten them out a little bit, but I can't get to it. Should just come right out of there with a little bit of twisting. Come on, baby. Come on. I'll get me a screw and driver and smack that sucker. Try to straighten it out a little bit. think that they would just come right out. Leverage here, I know. Dave Motohead can't take a freaking cotter pin out. Yeah, Mr. Motohead can't do anything right. Okay. Well, it seems that we got our cotter pin out of there finally, which took me like 4 hours to get that cotter pin out. So now I'm going to undo this bolt right here on this upper ball joint. And it's probably stuck, so I'm going to just step on that and give it a... And it wasn't very tight. So I'm going to loosen that up. Now you don't have to take this all the way off. Because what you do is just loosen it to where there's a gap in it. Like that, and you can see it's holding. And the spring in here is pushing against these two pieces. It's pushing this part down, and that's a wedge fit in there. And the way you want to get that out, I don't know if you can see that or not, but that's about right. Just bring it down like that. You can see a gap in it. And what you got to do is you got to back it up with something. I'm going to use this and put it on the back side of that right there, and then you just hit it with a hammer, and the spring pressure should loosen it up. And when you hit it with a hammer, what it does is it squishes this piece right there. It kind of shocks it to where the thing will pop out, and then my shock deal here will let it make sure that the spring don't hit me in the head. So what you do is you just go like this, and you just beat on that sucker like that. So we can get it. Hit it with the ball pin. I can't get a good swing on it here. Now I'll try it from this side. It should just shock that sucker. Now back it up like this. There it goes. You see that? It just popped it out. They took all the shock off there, and it tightened this up. So now we can just unloosen our nut here. Yeah, and I was beating on it, but and see when this nut comes off, it's going to put all the tension on this bar, and it's going to go ping like that. And anyway, that's how you get a ball joint off, to separate it from the steering knuckle. You can do the same thing on, I should get me a ratchet for this, but I'm being a cheese ball and doing it the super old manual way. Come on, baby. Oh, yeah, I know. I'm freaking stupid and old, but what can I say? I get my work done one way or another. You see, now it's completely tight on there. And then that separates that. And then all I got to do is just undo this sucker with a deeper socket, which I don't seem to have with me right here. What is that? Looks like a... Let's see, maybe this will do it. Too big. Yeah, I should probably get myself staged up a little bit better before doing this stuff. But I didn't. So all you got to do is just let this thing down. Something else I should probably do is undo this. But anyway, you guys get the idea. Just like that. No crusty rusty, baby. Whoops, shit. Almost got myself. I almost undid my fingers. Then you can undo these bolts down here. Yeah, I know, piece of cake, huh? That's a good part. So anyways, we still got some spring tension in there. So we want to undo that sucker until it pops out. What do we got here? Does that work? Kind of gonna watch that. Okay, got a few left. Now we still got tension on that. Yeah, that spring still got tension on it, but it's probably gonna fly out of there. Still got some tension on that sucker. Yeah, it still does. Oh, well, not much. Yeah, it's pretty well done. It's just gonna go flying out of there. There you go. With my safety piece, I'll just take a frickin'. Anyways, for some reason my camera shut off right when I was working on this. So I restarted the camera and I was getting this rod out of there. And I gotta do is, there it goes. And you can just pull your spring out. Well, that looks a little, I don't know if that's normal or not. I'll have to check other front ends. But anyway, so there's that part. Spring's kind of hokey looking. And that separates our doodad there. Put my little tool back together here with the correct nuttage. Save that for later. There's the Boxo pullers and special tools. And then all we need to do is just take these two bolts off right here, which that looks like, what is that? Piece of cake. And then we're almost ready for A-arm removage. Guess I'll just put these on there a little bit and smack them with a hammer and see what happens. You always put the nut back on there before you start swinging a hammer. That way you don't screw up all the threads. There we go. Now we'll just knock those pieces through there. And we'll be happy camper. We'll take us adrift. Let's go to the drift drawer. There we go. Looks like a right size drift. We'll stick that in the center so we don't screw up the threads. There we go. One upper A-arm. This is going to go to the guy in Norway. And I'm going to sandblast and clean this up, make it look nice for him. And there you go. Yeah, look at that. It's starting to rain in old Southern California. Look at that. There's Chetside. I love Chetside. And there's Ironsides. Anyways, this is Dave Motohead. I'm signing off for now. I got some sandblasting to do and some other work to do, but that's a basic way how you pop ball joints. Just back up the joint and smack it with a hammer. I should be get a you know, become a better shot with my hammer because I beat the hell out of everything, but it's all good. Anyway, this is Dave Motorhead, and thanks for watching.